We're running and gunning and saying our thoughts. Though we have different minds, at the same time we bring what's up. To help your mind grow in the mental. Give knowledge with advice plus all essentials. So if you haven't heard, then act like you know. It's the Runner and Gunner Show. Runner and Gunner Show. The Runner and Gunner Show. Gun.
The following episode is brought to you by @Seek Crypto Now on Twitter.
Time ago, I used to go to freaking dances when I was a little guy, and then a girl looked at me so fly, she said, "Hello, I want you." The Runner and Gunner Show.
Monday morning shots.
Happy 5 a.m.
Happy 5 a.m. Runner.
Wherever you are. Don't forget that lemon and salt. Yeah, we are here and we are ready. Happy Monday, August 9th, 2021.
Monday, everybody.
And we just took the Monday morning shots for everybody.
It is Monday morning.
5 a.m. Wake up,
It
get
is
that
very
crust out of
early.
your eyes, and let's start the beautiful day just like this.
Runner and Gunner and I, we're living Friday night on a Monday morning, taking that last shot so you don't have
Just
to.
for you guys, especially for you guys. So now we're going to get into the show.
All right, 50
50
Cent.
Cent is
Who
the
is he?
man.
Mr. Curtis Jackson.
Curtis Jackson, we all know his name. We all know what he's done. We all know he's been shot almost 50 times. Is that why his name is 50 Cent?
Yeah, he did get shot. He got shot
A few
50
times. But we do love this guy, so let's talk about how dope he was.
All right,
and
let's first
how
talk about
cool
the
he was.
origins of 50 Cent. First of all, there's a little man we like to call Tupac.
Tupac
If you don't know who Tupac Shakur is, then maybe you shouldn't be listening to rap or hip-hop. But then, all of a sudden, there's another man named Dr.
Dre, the creator of the beats, the whole mastermind behind him all. So without no Dre, it wouldn't be 50. And we were playing California Love because mostly 50 is about California. But he actually is a New York native. And we love New York. We respect you guys over there. So shouts out to New York and everybody
Shouts
else.
out.
You know, up
NYC,
and down every
baby.
state. 50, 100,000 state. Maybe he's 50 because there's about 50 plus states. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why he named himself. Because
why.
he's well known throughout every state in
why.
the whole country. So
Yeah.
that's probably why either
I'm
that
certain it is.
or he's so cool that he's bigger than the 50 cent piece.
Oh, I get it. He's humble, so he's only $50.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
But he gets those, those dollar girls. He could make it rain anywhere in the freaking county. He can make it rain all over the place. He can make it rain in the desert in the summer at 2 p.m.
Yeah. Donkey Kong, New York, DKNY. That's what it stands for.
DKNY, there we go.
All right, everybody.
We're
So 50 Cent came
super
after
down with this
Eminem. Eminem came after Exhibit. Exhibit came after Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg came after
Dogg,
Tupac. And Tupac was there when Dr. Dre first began. Just in case you don't know, the whole
And Run DMC ran the show before
Aerosmith
them.
created Run DMC. Rock and roll is ultimately created by Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry
Chuck.
listened to Glenn Miller, and Glenn Miller probably
Miller
listened
bad.
to Abraham Lincoln on his banjo. All right,
And
everybody.
so the way music started, it only got better and better, and it only progressed. And so thank you, 50 Cent, for being around and creating your hip-hop that you did, teaching the Lennies that they could be better than they are, and making the world a better hip-hop place.
It was before that, and it was before the Lennies came, and I actually think that 50 Cent died. It was the end of rap. Like, when 50 Cent came in his album, that was the end of rap. That was the last rap song ever made.
Yeah.
And then after that,
Yeah.
it became...
So I think gangster
Doo-doo.
rap, he was probably one of the last gangster rap guys, honestly. Like he was an actual gangster. So he was one of the last gangster rappers out there. And the guys to me who created the genre was NWA. So those are the gods. Those are the guys who are above the genre itself. Those guys are cool. They made a movie about them.
Yep.
So when's 50's movie going to come out? Soon enough. Stay in tune.
Also, don't forget about Rick James, the godfather,
Rick James, bitch.
the grandfather of what was to be. Come on, Rick James.
Rest his soul.
He played actual instruments, though, so he's actually much, much, much better than any rapper ever, except for maybe Dr. Dre, because Dr. Dre did play the piano.
He's a very cool guy. He had so many groupies that he couldn't even maintain them all, so he got in trouble for having too many groupies, but that's another story.
That's a whole nother story for a whole nother episode, and we only have one Monday morning, August the 9th, 2021.
Welcome,
There's only
everybody.
one in existence. And you know what? That brings me to a point. What if you are, respectfully speaking, if you're a rapper and you don't play an instrument, you don't play guitar or piano or drums or bass, and you don't know how to play, and all you know how to do is write lyrics and sing, you're not truly a musician.
You're artiste and a poet.
If those raps are off the hook, like we're talking those raps run up next to a piano and next to a guitar, that's the only way. But if you're some jabroni high school punk who just thinks that you can get away with rapping,
yeah, just rappity tap. Rapping, tapping.
Well, then, listen to some Beatles.
Tap, tap, tap.
Because then you'll know how to put your voice into a melody. And a melody is what makes the song. Anyways.
The song makes the money.
We're here to help you Lennies. Because when I'm 80, I don't want to be listening to Ariana Grande and Pink and freaking Nicki Minaj, whose booty stinks like death. I want to be listening to good stuff. Terminator 2, that was a good movie. If anyone who was 80 years old when Terminator 2 came out, I bet that movie freaking made their life. I bet they went to the big rest peacefully after seeing that movie. Or if there was 90-year-olds in 1993 and they watched Jurassic Park and they're like, now I can die happy.
Jurassic Park Part 1, the original.
Yeah.
When they open the gates and they have the cool horns playing, and then...
The cool horns, John Williams.
And then you see big old freaking...
CGI dinosaurs.
Rex and but back then it was so amazing that people thought this is really going to happen. The way they convinced people so much that this was actually real, and some people probably believed it. Some people probably were going insane because it actually could happen. What they did was they took the freaking DNA from the mosquitoes, the sap tree mosquitoes that were back that sucked the juice out of. The juice, our blood, out of the dinosaurs.
Dinosaur blood, yeah.
And then they would inject it into a clone and create an egg, and then eventually create. Yeah, so it's scientists get on it.
So, and writers, I know you had the writer strike, but come on, you have a writer strike and won the writer strike, so you can make Saw 17. We're talking about Jurassic Park.
But I'm sorry, they have the right to strike.
Oh yes, and thank you for making billions of movies.
So. Speaking of billions of movies, there's billions of tequila bottles out in the world. So, we're going to talk about how much tequila is out there. Everybody, if you enjoy yourself some liquor and you want to get there quicker,
un vaso.
I suggest you take a quick little shot like we did, and it just helps you get up in the air. It helps you get to where you need to be going.
I'm gonna crack a sip to this. We already took the tequila shot. Let me crack a sip to this song.
I agree. Let's go.
Yeah.
Cheers, Gunner.
Cheers to that.
Ooh, this is good. This is really good for real.
It tastes like chocolate cake.
And it's a good price, decent price. Golden Road Brewery. So if you're in the greater Los Angeles area, there is a beer called Big Haze Wolf. But we're not talking about that.
It's
9%, but tequila.
Tequila.
So let's get back on the subject.
So
there are many different brands.
It comes from a cactus. Many different brands. And there's no shortage of tequilas. You know, in 1700s, there were still tequilas. And then you drank it because you couldn't drink Mexico water because you live by the ocean in Baja. And, you just couldn't do it.
Hey, Gunnar, you want to know what's crazy?
What's that?
A year ago, there was a shortage of toilet paper.
Oh.
But then I looked in the tequila section, and there was varieties all over the place.
Oh.
So what I did was I grabbed a bottle of tequila and one roll. But I went to different stores. I went to the 99-cent store, got a roll. But then I got a great bottle of tequila because there were so many available.
Trippy.
And so it was so cool. But if you drink tequila and eat the wrong stuff, you're going to use that toilet paper. if you drink tequila and eat too much of the great Mexican culture food, which we are and we love, but just don't eat too much of it while you're drinking tequila. If you eat, like, say, 10 tacos with the works, and 10 shots,
you're going to wear 10 pairs of underwear.
You're going to have to wear 10 drawers the whole night. And then just be ready for the explosions and implosions.
So what was the deal with that? You know, the toilet paper going missing, but there was oranges and tequila.
I know.
And vegetables.
I know what happened.
It was like, hold on, wait. The world is coming to an end.
Tell them.
The apocalypse is coming. No, it wasn't even the apocalypse. A sickness is coming, a virus.
The outbreak.
And you want to have a clean ass when you die.
Clean booty.
You're not trying to get better. You're not trying to eat oranges. You're not trying to eat vegetables and dark leafy greens and garlic cloves. You're trying to wipe your butt. You're trying to have a clean butt when you die. When you die, you thought doom was impending, so you bought toilet paper because you wanted a clean butt, but the oranges were still there. Mm-hmm. The lemons were still there, and the garlic cloves were still there. Garlics have antivirals in them. The gyms were open. You didn't go to the gym. You kept KFC open and McDonald's, but you wanted a clean booty. Does it make sense, America?
Well, somewhat, but some not.
I hope we don't fight China because
some
they would
say
win.
What? And some say nah.
I mean, I hate to say this, but China would win. If you're concerned about your butt being clean when you die,
Gunner,
China would win.
What you just said, in a clean butthole contest, China would beat us.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, my Lord.
I did not say that.
Wait a minute.
Obviously beat them in a clean butthole contest. They got dirty buttholes, and they're disgusting.
Wait a minute, because Chinese food...
But in a war, why would you care about how clean your booty is when you're dying?
Well...
I want my grave to smell good.
Or...
I want my casket not to stink.
What if they made an asket to where your ass, in case you inject when you're dying, and they make a little injection, a panel in back where you're at, where your butt is, and then in case you got to just let it go before you let yourself go.
Tomo las naranjas.
Yes. Let your ass go. In other words,
give me some garlics, give me some oranges. I will wipe my booty in with the water hose outside in the tub. I'll do it in the bathtub.
So remember, everybody, when you're thinking about COVID, think about your butthole. Wait a minute, that don't sound right.
And no, I'm sorry, that's wrong. When you think about COVID, think about tequila.
So tequila is the key to keeping your butt clean.
Oh, right, we have a commercial break.
The more tequila you drink, the cleaner your butt is.
But I want to say some things right here before we go to commercial break. Don Julio, Jose Cuervo,
Patron,
Silver, Patron. They're all similar.
The Rock has some bomb tequila.
That is the medium tequilas. There's worse tequilas than that. I don't even know the worst tequilas because they're disgusting. They taste like unwiped booty. Just like we were talking about.
Well, I don't want to know what that tastes like, but
tequila that is better than that.
Yeah, there's some top notch, but we can't.
And most Californians are gonna choose Cazadores.
That's the stuff we can't taste.
That's just the beginning.
That's deep in the heart of Mexico. That's just like any place. You got to go to the origin of where it was created. So if you go to the origin of where the creation was made,
Mexico,
then you will find the freaking best among
source,
the best.
Yeah,
the source.
And our friend Robert,
it will shine like a freaking.
Robert N.,
diamond,
our friend Robert N., has told us that he went to the agave plantation.
He did, indeed.
Where they have 70-year-old barrels.
Oh, yeah.
Of old-aged tequila.
True story.
And they take a very long 12-foot spoon and they dip it to the bottom of the barrel.
And you get the top of the line.
And they bring it up. And they pour you a shot of tequila from the bottom of a 70-year-old barrel.
And you can't ask for limon. You can't ask for salt. You just got to go straight into it because this stuff is so good. It tastes like you're eating a carne asada taco from the best place you've ever eaten in your life. This stuff is genuine and 100% Good.
Jalisco's Tequila City.
And you will love it all day. That's all it is.
What's the best tequila that you ever had?
Well,
Runner?
my personal favorite is
personal favorite.
Personal favorite. I would probably say that. I mean, it's probably pretty weak compared to how many tequilas there are. But I would probably say that Patron was my number one, and it's not even. Everybody. Hey, Patron, put your hands in the air, baby.
My personal favorite is I had the blue agave from Mexico. My neighbor is from deep beyond the border, but not too deep into Mexico. He goes there. He owns a couple houses. He's pretty well off. So he brings us bottles of tequila from Mexico. Blue agave. And if you ever had that blue agave tequila, it depends on the brand, but it's the best.
Blue agave. You're right. Yeah.
Tequila.
Kick ass, baby.
All right, we got a commercial break. And when we come back, we are going to be talking about the Beatles versus the Rolling Stones.
Stones and the Beatles.
Seek
Crypto.
Next week, we interview Crypto. Runner and Gunner now are about to take a smoke break, and that's the bottom line. All right, we're taking another Monday morning shot.
Cheers to you and cheers to
Runner, what are you taking this shot for?
I'm taking this shot for Ringo Starr, and he loves no other baby like no other can.
All right, well, I'm doing this shot for Paul McCartney and cryptocurrency. Let's shot it.
Cryptocurrency. Ow!
The Rocks Tequila. What's it called? I think it's called Tortino. Yeah, that's what. No, Tostadas. The Rocks Tequila Tostadas. Está bien.
No, it's one of the best tequilas I've ever tasted of all time, but it's not up there with the best ones, but it's pretty close because he is the host and he is one of the greatest people of all time, and he makes a great tequila. Thank you, The Rock. And so, speaking of The Rock, we're going to go with The Rock versus John Cena.
Oh, wait. Aren't you forgetting?
Who is better?
Or that we're doing the Beatles versus the Stones first?
Oh, wait a minute.
The Rock versus Sylvester Stallone next.
So, the Beatles versus the Rolling Stones they are both dope, and
Beatles are better. All right, so anyways, let's get on to the next subject, which is
The Rock
John Cena
versus The
Rock. Who's a better actor, Runner?
I would. Man, that is a tough situation.
Yeah, because I'm not saying who sells more tickets and who makes more money. I'm saying who's a better actor.
Who is fun? Oh man, it's so hard to say because they are both very talented men and they both got it going on. So I mean, they both got all the girls. If they need girls in their section, all they have to do is snap a finger and here comes a girl and here comes another girl. But at the same time, who's the better actor? That's a tough question because I really don't know how to answer that correctly. So I would say The Rock.
Wow. Well, Gunner's going to have to say John Cena.
The Rock.
I just saw Suicide Squad.
Says John Cena.
And I just saw Jungle Cruise.
Tell him why you feel like John Cena is so much better than The Rock.
Mostly because he is better. His acting's better. He's a better actor.
Uh-huh.
He's funnier.
Okay.
His tough guy presence is a little better.
Is he really?
Even though he's not as tall. And he's just overall better. His movies are better. Especially these last couple years. Like Suicide Squad versus Jungle Cruise.
Suicide Squad. I haven't seen Jungle Cruise, but I heard it was good. And I haven't seen Suicide Squad, and I heard it was good as well. So Gunner, have you seen either one or both?
I saw them both. I saw Jungle Cruise.
Comparison.
And I saw Suicide Squad.
Whoa.
And Suicide Squad,
was it doo-doo or a caca?
Besides all the infinite cussing, it was way better than Jungle Cruise.
Oh my lord! What about? Wait a minute. What? Okay, you just took the words out of my mouth. So Suicide Squad has a lot of cussing, but at the same time, Jungle Cruise has no cussing.
I know.
So
I like that.
It's kind
of...
Actually,
I revoked that.
It's kind of like, well, what kind of cruise is he going on? Where was he going to? Was he trying to go through these freaking... Where was he going? Was he running over alligators every day? And what was...
Let me explain. Let me break down both these movies as quick as possible in 20 seconds.
Hurry.
So that you can understand John Cena versus The Rock in the last year. So, Jungle Cruise. It was about this dead guy. He was a zombie, and he ran a boat business. And then it was about some girl who was a woman, and woman power, she'll do what she wants. And then she had a brother who wasn't interested in white women. He was only interested in black women. And then, he had other interests, which means that he was only interested in black ladies.
Oh, my
But I don't blame him.
Wow.
Because so am I. And then The Rock was a dead zombie who he had to confront his other dead zombie adversaries. And then in the end, he kills his dead zombies and he kills a Nazi. And the Nazi's funny. The Nazi's after him. His bookie's after him. And then dead zombies are after him. And he himself is a dead zombie.
Yes.
And so he kills the Nazi, he kills the dead zombies, and he lets his adversary win. He gives him money. And then he hooks up with the girl who is Jim from The Office's wife. And they mac a few times.
Whoa.
And The Rock is pretty G. Whoa. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. The Rock is a G. Woo. I don't think John Cena is as much as a G as The Rock. In terms of smooth, straight pimping.
Straight pimpin', The Rock.
However,
pimpin'.
That's how the movie ends. He hooks up with Jim's wife.
This is the end.
And he pays its banker.
Wife.
And the zombies die. And the Nazi dies. And then the brother who likes sisters, he lives. And he's pretty cool. And he definitely loves sisters. He wears like pink African shirts and like African suits from England.
So is this why John Cena is so much better?
No, John Cena is so much better.
Because you're talking about The Rock. But
this is why John Cena is
so much better. You got to tell us why.
Because there's another brand new movie that came out this weekend, and it is called...
Tell us about John Cena.
Suicide Squad Part 2.
There you go. Everybody.
Not Margot Robbie. She's just... trying too hard, just trying way too hard. And then not Iris Alba, who's amazing.
She's an amazing girl, but hey.
No, he's a guy.
Hey. Well, he's trying too hard too.
He's trying too hard.
Do not try too hard.
No, he wasn't trying too hard. He's a sophisticated actor. He was doing his job. And he did a good job. But John Cena was... the next generation. He is who I want to see. He is the next Arnold Schwarzenegger, not
and
The
that's
Rock.
Who we want to see. Another Arnold Schwarzenegger. But what about Arnold Schwarzenegger versus
Sylvester Stallone?
So, who do you think was better? Gunnar, I personally believe that I like Arnold Schwarzenegger on my side because I think he's a great actor. I think he did everything from Terminator to before that was Conan, before that was many more, before that was the man of the whole universe. How can you be a universe man? Do they still have the Universal contest? Who is up there? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell is going on with the universe? So this guy used to be Mr. Universe. He was the biggest freaking monster on the universe back in the late 70s. And then he became a California governor and he couldn't even spell it. He would have get California. So he didn't know what the frick he was saying. And so I was talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. This guy made Terminator 1, Terminator 2, I'll be back. And that was true. That's what he did. And this guy was crazy. I used to love Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah,
he was the man. He knew what he was doing. And I give him mad props. He was a weightlifter. He was a great freaking actor. He got down in Conan. He used to carry that sword like it was nothing. Smokey and the Bandit.
Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten Cop. It's not a tumor.
True Lies.
He knew it wasn't a tumor. True Lies again with Roseanne's husband. But that was way back before Roseanne was a piece of crap and her husband was cool. And so this is all true. He was in all these movies, and he was the man. And then he had this other guy named Sylvester Stallone, who used to make like a movie, Rocky Balboa.
The very first movie that he ever made an Academy Award. And yeah, he used to make little porno movies back in the day, but that was only to pay money to fund the movie that he was about to make. And he made this movie called Rocky, and it won Academy Award the very first year. That's like The Rock winning an Academy Award with his very first movie. That's like, so Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't win an Academy Award ever. And so he won that Academy Award. He made Rocky 2. And he made Rocky 3. And then they were just as good, but not commercially successful, but they were just as good. And then he also made Rambo. And part 1 was just nuts. And it was just about some crazy PTSD freaking officer from the army who went crazy. And after his friend died, he killed everybody. And then he made Rambo 2, which was a completely different movie. And then he went on to make many more movies about Rocky and Rambo. But then he also made Demolition Man, which was great. And then after that, he made a succession of movies that were pretty cool, like The Expendables and freaking The Return of Rocky. And freaking that movie where he's in jail with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He actually made a movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He wrote it and directed it. And he had convinced Arnold Schwarzenegger to be in it. And it wasn't half bad. And that is, who is better? Do we like the movie Predator better than Rambo? Do we like the movie Kindergarten Cop better than Stop or My Mom Will Shoot? Do we like freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger as a governor, or do we like Sylvester Stallone making freaking Joseph Ryan Gunn movies and that movie Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad with John Cena? Or do we like old Arnold and making boring zombie movies? Or do we like Conan and Terminator 2 better than any of those ever?
So I would agree that I think Conan and Terminator 2 would have tore up any new movie or old movie just to tell the Lennies what's up. And the new age people and the old age people, any direction that you want to know, just look at those 2 old movies and you'll know what's up. Yeah. Because that's the truth.
They win.
Those old movies would beat any new movies that are out right now.
Flush.
Action flicks. That's it. And that's all you have to know. And so we're going to go now to the old school.
Whoa, hold on. There is still one more thing, and that is Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone in a tag team versus The Rock and John Cena.
Oh, you're right.
And we'll come back to that after these commercial breaks.
What about Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris versus The Rock, John Cena, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Sylvester Stallone? Who would win? Who would come out the lone winner?
And we'll come back to that and much more after these commercial breaks. Oh man, my shirts are so dirty. I guess I'll just use Tide.
Tide!
It's part of that special day of their Monday morning where we do that
2-minute rundown!
And we're talking about the Olympics. They have the closing ceremony tonight.
Closing ceremonies were tonight.
Don't you know that America,
the USA got the most gold.
medals, even though Ripley tried to take a knee and humiliate the United States. And no other country ever took a knee against itself.
And in baseball, the Dodgers are in first to third place. Second place,
the Dodgers have won the Angels. It was sad. It was big brother beating little brother.
Football, everything's going on.
Back.
It's about to be
coming back. Are you ready?
1 month away. Get
Runner,
ready.
What is your favorite team? Who are you going for this year? What team are you going for this year?
Probably a little team called the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, and then I saw this movie Suicide Squad. That one was pretty good. John Cena is
in there.
The underrated actor of the year. You should watch it.
He's the underrated actor of the year. Watch it, and you gotta watch
Final Fantasy 9. No, not Final Fantasy 9. Fast and the Furious 9 is pretty good. John Cena's also in that. But it was a pretty good movie. Not as good as the other one.
What about the Olympic Games and the freaking...
Oh, we played the Olympic Games on Nintendo Switch.
Be number one.
It was great. It's $35.
There's $35. Get it and get on it.
It's good. You can play it with tag team partners.
Soccer plus ping pong plus everything you ever thought of. So now let's
help others.
Run down with helping everybody out.
How do you think you should help others? Help others forever, right?
Yes. All you got to do is tell them that they can be better than they are. You can be a superstar in your mind. Instead of being a Lenny, you can pick yourself up and be the best that you freaking are. What do you think, Gunnar?
Well, I think that you should be even better than that. You could imagine anything that you want, and you should stop trying to live in poverty, but you should be proud of your poverty. At the same time, Runner, what do you think about that?
Lift up your poverty and be the greatest person of all time.
All right, it is Monday.
What's up?
Have a sip for me.
Beautiful Monday, August 9th.
Solid.
Runner Gunner, not responsible for any injuries, postponements, or collateral that may occur during or post segments of our entirety of the show. You are now or have been listening to. We would like to add any involvement with similar subjects in the show are completely coincidental and may or may not be facts. We would also like to thank you, Lenny.